Yo, what's going on YouTube? So a little update on the tank about a month and a half, 2 months in. I'm not exactly sure where we're at here, but let's just get into the bad news first. I guess not really bad news, but you can see there's algae all over the rocks here. I have my white lights on so you can see it all, obviously a lot. Normally this tank is running with the more blue, but just while I'm recording the videos, I have it on the white, more of the white setting so you guys can see a little bit better. There's algae here on the front glass. It's a newer tank. I already know what's going to happen, so it's not a big deal. Every tank goes through its ugly stage, and I'm aware that that happens. So I don't stress it at all. I might end up getting some more cleanup crew members here soon. Maybe some more blue-legged hermit crabs and a couple more snails. I only have 4 snails in here, but I don't want to go crazy with the cleanup crew. Every time I've had a larger cleanup crew, I kind of noticed that a lot of them die off, and I think I still have all 5 of my original crabs in here and all 4 of my snails. And I have extra shells and everything so the crabs don't bother the snails, and everything's just running good invertebrate wise. Coral wise, so I've gotten quite a few new corals. I'm gonna save the best over here for last. So this leather coral right here, got him like 3 weeks ago and he has not opened up once. So pretty sure he's gonna end up passing away. I'm not sure. The order from Live Aquaria came in and my mom was home and she was acclimating and she didn't see him in the box, unfortunately, so he kind of sat out for a couple extra hours. So I mean, I'm assuming he's extremely stressed out. He's not dead yet, but I don't have high hopes that he's going to bounce back. I've never had a coral be closed for this long. It's insane. So if he passes away, it's unfortunate. I might get another leather in the future and try it again, because that is one of my dream corals. On the other hand, we have this right here. I totally forget the name of this coral, and it's one of the older corals in the hobby, and I can't think of the name. My mom really liked it. She wanted that one. I got this blasto right here, really pretty, and then a torch. It's literally, torch corals are one of my dream corals in the hobby. I've loved them for years, and I've always wanted one. And back years ago, I didn't really have success in reefing. I didn't really know a whole lot of what I was doing. I'm just now starting to, as a couple years ago, in my 40 gallon that I had, I think I did all right, but I definitely learned from it. And I think this tank I'm doing the best in terms of maintaining my levels. So I think I was ready to try a torch again. The last tank I had a torch and he was doing pretty well, but my clownfish, my female, tried to host it and stressed the torch out to the point where he actually died. And did the same thing with my Duncan coral. So would host everything except the anemone I had in there for some reason. And then the most expensive guy right here, this is a Bazooka bounce mushroom from Top Shelf Aquatics. I actually only live about an hour away from them, an hour and a half, but I ordered this guy online. They had a sale going on, so he's originally $400. I got him for about $330 after tax, which is a lot. I've never spent that much money on a coral, but I've wanted a bounce mushroom pretty much since I've seen them. I would eventually love to have a worldwide coral OG bounce, which are like $700. That's a lot of money to drop. I don't know if I'd ever really drop that much money. But I would definitely want this tank set up for several more months to kind of see that everything's growing really well before I would dedicate that much money. I don't want to throw a $700 coral into a tank that's only been set up a month and a half. This is kind of crazy that I did this one this soon, but I was feeling pretty comfortable with my levels. Everything's stable. Nitrates are about 10 ppm. Salinity, I keep it at 1.25. Phosphate is, I have the API test kit, so it's hard to tell. It's low. It's very low. It looks like it's not, maybe it's pretty much almost zeroed out, but I use the API because I've never really had any problems with them, and a little bit of phosphate in your tank, you know, isn't going to kill it. So especially with these soft corals and a little bit of LPS, but eventually I want to maybe get it, like I said, the bounce, the WWC OG bounce eventually, maybe. That's a long time away. And then I want to get something on this top rock right here. I need to do some research to find a coral, you know, that would do well on that top rock, because this torch is already kind of high up. He's doing good here, and I haven't seen any negative signs because I added this second light to avoid shadowing, and I haven't noticed anything negative with him being there, so I'm just leaving him there and not touching him. I'm a firm believer in, if your corals are happy and you place them somewhere, don't really move them a whole lot so they can kind of settle in. That's when I've noticed the best growth. This GSP is starting to grow. He's doing pretty good. He's encrusting on this rock over here, encrusting all over the plug, and kind of encrusting forward, coming this way onto this rock. So he's doing pretty good, man. It's a coral I've never had any luck with either in my previous tanks. For some reason, GSP just never did well for me, and I'm not sure why. I don't know, but I stuck him there, you know, like 4 weeks ago, and I've left him in that exact spot. I never moved him. I never touched him, and he's done great. So I would be scared to move him, like, ever. So I just leave him right there. He's doing fantastic. Eventually, maybe get another leather coral if this one passes on. I don't have high hopes that he's going to bounce back, man. I mean, I'm hoping and I'm praying, but it sucks because a toadstool was definitely, it's a coral that I've always wanted, man, like really bad. But I'm part of Reef forums and stuff, so if I see one, somebody selling one for cheap, I'll pick one up. So it's pretty much it, man. I'm not feeling the best today, so I'm kind of just rambling on a little bit. But overall, man, tank's doing pretty good. I don't want to bore you guys, you know, every week posting an update on this tank. There's not really much going on right now other than stuff kind of growing out, but I did get quite a few more corals, so I wanted to come on here and show you, especially the Bazooka Bounce. Such a pretty coral, man. Under the blue lights, when I have it on blue, it looks more like a reddish color, but if you look through the lens, it's more of a it's like an orange color. I have these little glasses right here that I'll look at my tank through, so kind of get an idea here. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it, but he's more of like an orangish color, man. He's really, really pretty. So I'm actually gonna get off here and do a water change on this tank because it is water change day every Friday. So feed these fish and get this water change in, man. Happy reefing, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the tank, stopping by. Leave any comments if you know any corals that would maybe be a good idea to stick on this top rock. I would love suggestions. Preferably something that's not bloody expensive and that's not an SPS. I don't really want to do SPS in this tank. I'm not too comfortable with it. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, man.